Mixtapes and Tasty Cakes podcast. I'm Bert Lepore. He's Samuel Monte Carlo. We're hanging here with Angry Mike D, and we talk about music, movies, and so much more.
Okay, we're back with another episode of Mixtapes and Tasty Cakes, episode 91. Got our buddy Ahmed with us today. He's been on almost, not pretty much all the Kiss ones, I think, that we've done.
Of course, the Kiss aficionado.
Yeah, plus all the horror stuff. He's like the fourth member.
Yes.
But yeah, I was thinking it would be a good idea to talk about this, all these Kiss videos that have been coming out the past I don't know, a couple weeks.
Yeah.
By this guy, goes on their name Sam Loomis, which is not the guy's real name. We don't know who the guy is.
We thought it was Ahmed.
Yeah.
It would be fitting if it was.
It's the Halloween thing. He loves Halloween.
Right. Yeah, Loomis from Halloween. So yeah, I mean, the first video that came out was it was on June 27th, and it was this Kiss show that's never been seen from 1975, November 30th, 1975, Kiss from Largo, Maryland. And there's a lot of Kiss bootlegs from Largo, Maryland, at the Cap Center, Washington, D.C., because they had their own in-house film crew. So they would film every show, no matter what band it was. So this one just like surfaced from this guy, and everybody was like buzzing about it. Yeah, I guess that would be like the Alive tour. And it's great quality. It's the full show, except you get like these annoying kind of like 70s graphics that you'll see throughout the show.
Yeah.
But still, if you look past that, I mean, it's pretty amazing. And it seems like the backstory is that there was this guy, maybe Ahmed might know more about this than I do, but apparently there's this guy, Kurt Gooch. He's like a Kiss collector, and he had all these, maybe he still does. He has all these Kiss, this whole video collection. It's never been released. He's like the only one that has it. And apparently he sold it to a few people, and, or no, he sold it to one person. And I think he told them that you're the only person with the videos. I'm not going to sell it to no one else. The guy probably paid a lot of money. And then he found out that other people had purchased the same videos from this guy, Kurt Gooch. And he told them the same thing pretty much. So this guy was like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm going to put it out on YouTube for the whole world to see it, all these videos, and share it with everyone. And so your videos are pretty much worthless now. So you can't sell them. That's what I've been reading. Whether it's true or not, who the hell knows? I don't know these guys. It's none of my business. The stuff is out there for everybody to see it, and I think it's really cool because you've been seeing the same shit pop up for years, and people try to clean up the same old footage and stuff, but now you're seeing this stuff is pretty remarkable. I think
it looks great. Yeah, it looks really, really good. How about you, Ahmed? You anything more about the story?
Basically everything he just said. I don't really know too much more than that. I've heard this guy Kurt Gooch, his name is pretty popular in the Kiss camp and all that. If you have there's a book, Kiss Alive Worldwide. It's like
It's Live Forever.
Yeah. It's a live book that's got all the dates and all the set list and all the attendance and everything of every show. That's where I first learned of this guy. Yeah. And he's been responsible for a lot of the bootlegs that have come out over the years. I started collecting at record conventions in the late 80s, and basically all the ones that have been in the circle for the longest time I've seen. This here is definitely brand new. No one's ever seen that. I know that the Encores are the only thing that were ever released previous to this. If you look on Extreme Close-Up, they got there's one of the songs is on that. I think it's Cold Gin that's on Extreme Close-Up from this. But yeah, other than that, this is brand new.
Yeah. Is that this? Now, I don't want to get anything confused because I'm not sure. Is Gooch Carl Gooch? Was it Carl Gooch? Was it
Kurt.
Kurt Gooch? Kurt Gooch. Okay, was he the same guy who has that whole thing going with that book that never came out?
It's
I think
another
that's
guy.
somebody else.
That's a different guy. Okay,
That's
okay.
Ross something, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is that the magic book? Is that what? That
yeah, I don't know. I mean, supposedly, and that's a whole other story I don't really know anything about. But this
No.
guy,
Yeah.
this guy Sam Loomis, pretty much says, you know, fuck you, Kurt Gooch and Ross, whoever. So I don't know if both of those guys were in cahoots with this video stuff, and this guy is pissed off, you know, at both of them, or if it's like two separate things. I don't know. But apparently, this guy Ross or whatever is selling like pre-order or something, some Kiss book called Magic, and for like hundreds of dollars
for years now, right?
For years, it keeps on promising people it's going to be released. I personally have absolutely no like negative interest in a book. I mean, with pictures, the Lydia Chris book is really cool, and that was $50, and it's like personal photos. I don't really care. Stupid people, grown men fighting over a book. Why would you? Whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
there's a lot of stupid things grown men fight over.
Yeah, I mean, I could see this video footage or like demo tapes or something. But pictures, it's like, okay.
Well, let's go to like a short clip from Largo.
Those stills are from the Alive booklet, by the way.
Really?
This show.
I mean, the footage looks beautiful. It is so clean.
But like he was saying earlier, the in-house. I think Philly did that too for a
Spectrum did. Yeah.
They did because the crazy. That's probably where the Crazy Nights one came from.
Yeah.
Right, because I got a shitload of bootlegs from other bands like Dokken, Guns N' Roses, LA Guns, all from like the late 80s from the Spectrum. So they had their own in-house system. I mean, you see there's like ones from Largo now from like every tour, it seems like Largo, Maryland, which is pretty cool.
What about the Cobo Hall one? What's different about that one?
That actually is probably one of my favorite ones. It's a shame it's only like 35 minutes of the show, but Kiss Alive was recorded in like, I don't know what, 5 different, maybe 4 or 5 different concerts, and this is one of them. Right. So and this is like early 1975. This is from May 16th, 1975.
So let me ask you, did they take the stuff that was on that album out of the stuff they put on YouTube, maybe? So that's why it's only 35 minutes.
I don't know. Maybe some of the stuff is just like incomplete. Over maybe some of the footage got lost, or who the hell knows. But it's only like 30 something minutes. It's not the entire show. But what's cool about it is that they, on the back of the Alive cover, you see like these 2 kids holding up like some Kiss banner or something, and it's sort of like an iconic photo, I guess, rock photo now. But you see the video camera pan to like that banner like super quick in the video. So I thought that was pretty cool. And actually they even showed that in that Kiss documentary on A&E last year. So I don't know if this guy supplied Kiss with this footage for the A&E documentary, because that part was definitely on this concert. But this one is really good. And like I said, it's special because it was part of this was used for Alive for the album.
Right. I think it's weird. I think like the people that don't know, they think that, the band owns everything. It's not the case. It's weird with licensing, and I don't even know how it all works. But it's like, I know when Kiss puts together stuff, they reach out to collectors sometimes to get stuff because they don't have it,
Right.
That's why if you notice in I think it was well, anyway, all of them. If you look at some of those videos, if it ever looks grainy, if it looks like it's been dubbed over a bunch of times, it's because of situations like that. They had to reach out to people to get that footage because they didn't have it. But I know on Kiss My Ass, a lot of the commercials and stuff that they have on there, I have better looking
stuff than that
footage than they do. I'm like, you put this junk up here, I got a better copy of this than you do.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
Uh,
I think now with today's technology, if they had all that footage, I mean, they could probably strip the audio, clean up the video. They could probably do more than any of us can, or any of these collectors can. You know, they could probably bring it to like, they would bring it to like pro movie studios or whoever to work on all this stuff. So it would be cool if it, you know, if it did get into their hands and they would release it. But for some reason, it seems like they don't really like to release this stuff. I
they're
don't know.
stingy.
Yeah,
They don't like
I don't get it.
They don't like to give it up for some reason. They only like to
Yeah.
give out little bits and pieces here and there. I was listening to the latest episode of Three Sides, and dude was just like, well, there goes Kissology 4. You know, I hope you guys weren't looking forward to Kissology 4, because probably some of this stuff would have ended up on that. And
I'm just like,
but
go ahead.
doesn't Kiss have probably like more stuff out than any band that I would say out there?
I was thinking about that, and I probably would think, I mean, I couldn't really think of any other band that really, maybe
Metallica's
like
got a lot.
yeah,
Iron Maiden has too. Metallica
Yeah.
has a lot.
yeah,
But their stuff is, so a lot of the stuff that they have is bootleg. It's handheld.
mhm.
They don't.
Mhm.
I don't think they have too much
Pro shot stuff. Yeah,
stuff like that. And that's the cool thing about all of this stuff that's coming out like that. Well, the Revenge one that's coming up. Wow,
That's great. That's great.
I can't. I'm like, yo, I didn't
Yeah.
even know that existed. But you
Yeah.
know, because they act like everything that we've seen before all of this come out was all of it.
Right.
Like, there wasn't. That was all the footage now, because I felt like I've seen it all, but
Yeah.
there's stuff coming out that I haven't even seen. So
Well,
I mean, if they did another Kissology, I mean, with this stuff that's all on YouTube, I mean, I would buy it. You know, if
For
they clean it
packaging
up and
purposes.
the
Yeah, but-
packaging, they'll clean it up.
wouldn't you think they would just, the way they did it though, wouldn't you think they would just move on to the next few years? You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
because I think the rumor on the Kissology 4 was it was just going to be pretty much like everything, any years, you know.
Right, just mixed in there.
Well, if they're keeping it in chronological order, it would only be from where 3 stopped and on.
Like the
Which
Tommy
was what,
Thayer
Farewell
years,
Tour?
kind of.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I
But
mean, even if all of this stuff ended up on a Kissology 4, I would still buy it just to have a hard copy of it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Me
I
too.
mean, pretty much a good amount of stuff that they put out in those Kissologies was already in circulation, bootleg.
Oh,
circulation
yeah.
for
I had
years
it all.
anyway.
I'm just like, I got
Yeah.
all of this. You're not
Yeah.
showing me anything I haven't really seen. I only bought the extreme close up to hear the interviews and stuff in between it.
Right.
I already had everything else.
Right.
And that was for sale since the early 90s.
Oh yeah,
Another one of these videos that I was looking at, and this is probably my favorite one, just because I never seen these before. I knew some of it was circulated, but I never seen the rehearsals.
yeah. That's from June '76, the black and white stuff.
Oh, that's crazy.
They did show some of that stuff, and some of that stuff has been out there, but this is like over 2 hours of rehearsal footage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to see, except for the Peter Criss thing, you know, when he does Beth.
Yeah.
But it's hard to see, but it's still like, wow. I mean, they sounded crazy tight. I mean, they sounded great. Watching them play these songs back in the day, looking dressed normal, you know, it's
Yeah.
Sound
crazy.
check.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's crazy. That 77 Unearthed first show complete for Japan. Is that
That's
the
my
same one that we
favorite.
got? Is that the same one we got from HBO or no? You know, when HBO did
Actually,
That was
It's early. They did 2 shows that
Yeah.
day. That was the first show that they did that day at 3 p.m. What they did
Yeah.
was they took the first show and then the 8 o'clock show and mixed them together. I watched that.
Okay.
I watched that 77 show, because the one that you're talking about, the HBO one, is the first show I've ever seen, and actually my favorite.
Yeah.
And I could tell
some of it's mixed.
I could tell what's been in the old one and what's, from that show
I mean,
solely.
Two of my
Yeah.
favorite shows that are on video are the both Japanese ones. The Crazy Nights Japanese one I love, and I love this one, the
Yep.
HBO one, because that's the first one I remember as a kid
Yeah.
watching on TV.
Now, this is still the Rock and Roll Over tour, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Loving came out,
Yeah.
I'm thinking, a couple months after this. So this was April 2nd, 77.
Right.
And this is actually the 4th video that this guy released. He released it July 7th. So it seems like he's been putting stuff out there is no schedule. He just does it whenever the hell he wants to.
Yeah.
But it seems like every other
I mean,
day.
and then the Kobo, the night 3, it's just, it's pretty much the same set, right? There's nothing really different, right? They play in the same stuff, I'm sure.
Yeah. I liked watching it. For some reason, I don't know. Maybe it was just me, but it seemed like the quality was a little bit better. I don't know.
The quality's for me and Mike were watching it yesterday, and we were both like, the quality's ridiculous for the 70s. Like,
Yeah,
ridiculous. We're like, wow, this is really clean looking.
He's got the copies before it's been dubbed over a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, it was going from VCR to VCR, and
right.
The audio would be shot. The picture, you have to squint to see anything. It's cool to see a lot of this stuff where it's just like, it's picture perfect. It's pro shot.
Right.
Well, look at the 76 one that he released after the Anaheim 76. The angle's different, and you actually could see some of the staging, which I never actually seen. The certain little stage stuff. They all had their own little thing. I never seen it ever.
Yeah, the first bootleg I ever bought was I bought it in like 92, someplace up on South Street, and it was the Anaheim show from 76. And I was never really happy with it. It was probably one of my least favorite
It's dark.
bootlegs.
It's too dark.
It's really dark. You don't really see you don't really see the whole stage. You just see kind of like everything is sort of like zoomed in on the band, if I remember. And it's just really dark. But this one is like the same, it's the same show, a different angle. You could see the entire stage, and you never see anything from that stage because they didn't use it that long.
That's the cool part about it.
Yeah. And I don't know. I heard, I don't know how true it is because I don't remember, but I heard they each had like their own little like world, like in each like little, I guess, corner. And I never seen it all. Like I heard about it, but I never, even on the videos, I never noticed it,
It got scrapped early. They had it for like early in the tour, and then later on it got scrapped. That's why if you notice with the Rock and Roll Over tour, it's just a downscaled version of that stage.
Right.
The little stairs, short stairs on it. Yeah.
Right. What's this? And this is the first time I'm seeing this, even though it's hard. The video looks good. It's hard to watch the audio because it's so fucking clipped together. That KSHE Kite Fest or whatever it is. I don't even know what that is.
That was like some huge festival. He said between 50,000 and 100,000 people. And,
Jeez, that's a lot of people back then.
Yeah, this is only 2 months after the first record came out, so this might be like one of the earliest.
Oh, that's real early. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the earliest portions. I mean, it's only about like 5 minutes.
But still, they showed a little bit of that in the history thing last year. I think that Detroit 74 is probably the earliest, next to that Coventry thing that's on.
What's the Winterland one? I got that one.
That's 75.
That's 75.
Now there was rumors that there's a Winterland one because that was the second time they played there.
Was that the Hotter Than Hell tour?
Yep.
Yeah,
okay.
But there was one they played there on the first tour in 74, and there's rumors that there's footage of that that's never been seen.
Well, the Winterland one that we have looks good.
Oh, it's great.
That's good.
That was another in-house job.
Yeah.
There's Ramones videos from Winterland. There's like Blondie from Winterland. There's like a lot of different ones. So they had their own.
And where was that? Was that Detroit? You said
San Francisco.
San Francisco.
We missed there's the Houston one. That they
released.
That's actually pretty cool because it's sort of like a time capsule of like what people looked at, because the first half hour
it's crazy.
It's just the cameras like filming the crowd with the lights on, so you kind of see what people look like and we're doing.
Dude, we were laughing at that last time we were watching it. Me and Mike were like, look at the guy with the hat. Look at the guy with the afro. Look at the guy with the hat. We're like, this is crazy.
Like Cowboys or something.
You could tell it was in Texas, man. You could definitely tell.
Yeah.
It looks like they were going to like a Waylon Jennings concert or something.
Dude, it was so weird. I was like, wow. They look like they were all having fun. I'm like, what happened to those times?
Yeah, that was
70s, man.
That was from August 13th, 76. Wow. I tried to look up all these.
I was 3. Jeez.
I wasn't even born.
I was 1.
Mike was 1. Ahmed was about 3.
I was 2. Yeah.
2, yeah. And Damon wasn't there yet.
Yeah, it wasn't even conceived yet.
It's
Is that-
crazy.
I have one at home. I know it's from the 70s in Houston. Is that? I wonder if that's the same one.
Houston
It's a year later.
77, yeah. Yeah.
It's there was a Houston 77.
It might be
That's
that
probably the one you have.
That's the one. Yeah, that was the normal one to have. I think everybody had
Yeah.
that one.
I am. You know what? Everything I have of Kiss, I think I've paid a total of $10 for it. I might have got that for free.
Wow. That's crazy. When we were in high school, man, we used to buy that shit all the time. Like there was always somebody having it.
Yeah,
And they
we used to
do,
go
like,
to
the
record
pen pal stuff
conventions.
and
Yep.
conventions. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to just go to record conventions just to
For
buy
videos.
bootlegs, just for videos.
Yep. That was this is probably my favorite thing out of everything. If I could have anything just to collect, just keep, just watch, it's this stuff. This is the
Yeah,
stuff that
bootleg
I
stuff.
look forward to the most, because back in the day, all you had was 16 magazine, Cream magazine, Hip Parader magazine. You'd have to stare at this picture and try and figure out what song it was or whatever. And if Paul had his fire hat on, you would know it was Firehouse.
Yeah, right.
You didn't get anything. So like if YouTube would have been around in the 80s, oh my
It
God.
would have been nuts. Yeah, it would have been nuts.
Yeah, I remember my buddy telling me, this is like when the first couple years of the internet, my buddy told me, he was like a collector. He was like, oh man, you got to check out this website called ebay.com, www.ebay.com. It's like a record convention, like online, where you could buy stuff. I was like, get the hell out of here. So I went to eBay, and they would sell bootlegs on there. You could buy them. This is like early before they confiscated, because I started selling shit on eBay.
Oh, eBay was crazy in their own
Like
days,
video
man.
boot. Yeah, they didn't care back then. And then they started like knocking shit out.
Fuck, crazy. People were selling organs on there back then.
On
Yeah.
eBay?
Yeah.
That's crazy. The Panasonic.
Passaic.
Panasonic.
Passaic, New Jersey.
The New Jersey one. That's no sound on that one, but the video looks great.
Wasn't there one that was going around for years from 76? Or am I thinking of something else?
They all become a blur to me after.
Wasn't there like an outside show from Passaic? It was like an outside gig or something at the state. It was like a baseball stadium or something they played at.
That wasn't where they got the
Passaic,
key to
too.
the city with the football team. Well, it's not that.
Nah, that's
From 76.
Michigan. Yeah,
The
wasn't
only
there
other
one?
thing that was outside was the Anaheim from 76.
Nah, there was one where they played. I'm pretty sure it was Passaic. Now this one here from 75. This is the Capitol Theater one. That's an indoor one, but there was one. I think it was like Roosevelt Stadium or something.
Oh yeah, I know
Right?
what you're talking about.
Roosevelt Stadium 76. That's
It was
Jersey
New
City.
Jersey. It was Jersey City. Yeah.
Jersey City. Okay.
Yeah, there was a bootleg version of that going on.
Black and white, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was I remember that because that was one of the only live performances of Flamin' You.
Okay, so that's a little bit after this one, which is from a live tour, October 4th, 75.
It was Destroyer Tour.
Right. The Jersey City one, Roosevelt
Yeah.
Stadium, was Destroyer Tour. That's a year after that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm really interested to get more footage at the story show. We could actually see that staging that went away quick.
It would have to be early, like July 76, August 76. Because after a while, they pretty much scrapped that.
I wonder why they scrapped it. Too much stuff, maybe, or
from what I heard an interview with Sean Delaney,
Mhm.
and they didn't like it. From what I understand,
really.
they were unhappy with it. That it thought it was corny that it had all the stuff that you were talking about, the Jeans World, the
Yeah.
things for Paul, the Ace, or whatever. And I thought that was cool.
Yeah, especially for us at the time.
Yeah.
We were young, But you figure, guess what? They probably would do that more now than they would. They definitely did it in the early '80s, definitely before
Yeah.
they took the
It
makeup.
was like a
off.
cloud with like lightning bolts. It was like a elevated cloud or something.
See, I never seen any of that.
Well, if
Yeah.
there are pictures, I know there's
Yeah.
a picture where it has the the stage set up like early in the night before they went on stage, where the house lights are on. You can actually see all the stuff that he was just talking about. And they had the props where it was kind of supposed to look like the rocks that they were standing on from the Destroyer album cover. Yeah.
Oh, I gotta see if I can find that picture.
No, I have it somewhere. I'll send it to you when we get done. Awesome. It's cool.
Yeah, I never, for all my time collecting Kiss crap and all that stuff, I never seen it. Always heard about it. I just never seen it.
Yeah, personally, that's the one tour that I was least interested in. Probably because I wasn't really a big fan of the costumes from that era.
From 76?
Yeah, I don't know.
Those are my third favorite ones.
Yeah. I wasn't too crazy about that.
I love them.
My favorite era was Dress to Kill, Alive. Like that's my favorite costumes,
Yeah, it's weird for me. Even though it's overdone and I don't like them as much now, but the fucking Dynasty outfits were big. Them photo shoots were great.
That's two for me.
Yeah, it's up there for me too, man. It could be sign of the times for me, but as far as the makeup outfit goes, I don't know. It's tough.
Love Gun all day.
The Love Guns were good. I think certain members at certain times, like Ace is probably Love Gun for me. Gene's probably Love Gun for me. Same thing. Yeah, I guess what Love Gun's probably the best look.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Too.
Yeah, Love Gun's probably the best look. And they don't look uncomfortable. Like some of that other stuff. Like when Gene, even through the Dynasty, Gene looked like he had a bunch of rocks on him or tinfoil or something. That looked really weird.
It's funny that you say that because that's how I used to make that outfit as a kid. Used to just wrap myself in, foil.
Mike D, have you ever got dressing up as Kiss when you were a kid?
Oh, I thought you were going to say tinfoil, but
have you ever played with tinfoil?
No, I've never dressed up as Kiss.
You never did, huh?
No.
Wow. Talked about this before.
Did we?
Yeah, we did.
That's right, because Damo, we had pictures of Damo up before. That's right, we did. So we asked Mike D twice, and it's no both times.
Yeah. What are you hoping he did it since then?
Yeah, well, you never know. He's a big fan.
Maybe I'll come home
now.
One night dressed as one of the Kiss members.
Yeah.
We're gonna put him on the show.
Peter Criss or something.
Yeah. Okay, how about this? We watched this one last night too. The unseen Gene Simmons in store where he's making out with the chick.
Dude, that is just like it's hilarious. There's like a bunch of kids and this girl. There's like this little hottie just comes up to him and just like, he sticks his tongue out, and then before you know it, they're both going at it. It's just kind of funny that
I just sent you a picture of the Destroyer stage that I was telling you about.
Wow. Yeah, dude, that me and Mike were watching this. I'm like, look at him. Yeah. And then he's showing the boots.
She's like probably number 100. Herpes for everyone.
Yeah, everybody gets a piece. Everybody gets a piece.
You know what? It's cool when they show the people and the crowds and stuff because it's a time capsule.
It is what everybody looks like.
You always see the bands and stuff, but you never see what the people look like. And I always get a kick out of that.
Yeah.
In stores. I wish they still did in stores.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, right.
Now they do virtual.
Yeah.
Dude, they do virtual signings now. Which I don't even know how that works. Like I know one of my buddies does he does virtual sign. I don't know how that works. I gotta ask him.
You get a virtual autograph. It's one of those. It's probably like one of those NFTs or something.
Like the thing that you sign at the.
It's virtual.
Yeah, with the little keypad with the little stick where you write your name.
Oh yeah.
At the DMV.
Yeah,
your name.
Yeah, like the old school fucking credit card thing where you write the. Yeah, exactly. I know what you're saying. Yeah, or when you just have to sign your name for the credit card. Or whatever. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I don't know how they do that.
One thing to note on this in-store video is that the guy Sam Loomis puts in the description here that he puts these little digs in once in a while. They're kind of like hidden. I just noticed this. He writes, Kurt Gooch is great at finding clips, but too bad he sells them over and over and over. Remember, Elite works. Asylum is next. So, but he's just giving little clues. It almost sounds like the it kind of reminds me of like the Kiss version of like the Scorpio Killer or something. Leaves
This is going to
clues.
end bad.
Look for the next clue for the next video the next day on a different channel.
Yeah, so like every video he puts like little digs on this guy, Kurt Gooch.
Wow.
It's kind of funny.
It's a Kiss friend.
Like, how old are these guys, man? Like,
They're older than us.
They're probably like 55 and shit.
Yeah. Wow.
It's going to end bad though.
It's going.
Hey, I don't give a shit, man.
I'm over here loving every minute of it.
Yeah,
YouTube's going to take it down. The originals are going to get destroyed, and nobody's going to have it.
Well, I was actually wondering about that. Like, I was thinking about downloading all this stuff just in case if it does come down.
Right.
Like I don't know, maybe this dude Kurt might threaten this guy and him, what legal action or who the hell knows? I mean,
What did Gene or Paul say anything?
Not yet.
they haven't said anything.
They will
Yes.
eventually, probably.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
if this was
definitely
before the time of phones where you could take,
They're probably
video.
watching it all right.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but if it was before the phone thing, like listen, before there was phones, and some people still try and do it now, but you couldn't take video camera, you couldn't take pictures. None of that stuff was allowed. Rightfully so, it wasn't allowed.
Mhm.
Now it's almost like you can't fight it. You just expect it now. You can't.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Well,
can't
Vinny
fight it.
Vincent's putting a stop to that.
Oh yeah, just Vinny himself. Yeah.
He made people lock their phones up at the Creatures Fest thing.
But still, somebody, well, a few people were able to get footage in, and I found this the other day. I don't know if you guys saw it yet, but somebody compiled every little mini clip, whether it was a few seconds long or a couple minutes, and he edited everything into like one long 15-20 minute video. Did you guys see that?
No,
I did. Yeah.
So it's like the full thing. He just
Uh-huh.
somebody just released it like a couple days ago.
that's crazy. But yeah, I mean, I knew Danzig was doing that a couple years ago, like saying that they wasn't taking the phones, but couldn't use the phone, he would stop. You know what I mean? Because their stuff used to circulate all the time.
Mhm.
But Kiss, I think they just gave in. Now they just kind of, I guess, accept it at this point.
all the bands do it.
You know,
Wait, they're going to do something. Like they'll have. You remember those things that you can only see on the phone when you take a picture of it? You can't see it live. Remember Tracy had one of them things. It was like a pin, and you only saw like the image when you took a picture.
No, I don't remember that.
She had the Undertaker thing, and then it did like these little.
Oh yeah. Now I do. Yeah.
So I mean, like, what if they start doing stuff at concerts of like that concept, where it's like they put some kind of blocker on it, where it's like, okay, you want to film it, this is all you're going to get, and it just has this like.
They'll figure it out, I'm sure.
Yeah, like a
what
blocker on it.
Years ago, I don't know if I'm making this up in my head if I remember this or not. So this might be bullshit. Didn't one of the video stores had something where like when you're renting a movie, you didn't have to bring it back because after so many plays it disappears?
It did come out, but I don't think it went over too well. I think it kind of just
like
Yeah,
you
I
were allowed to
remember
play
that.
it like 3 times. After the 3rd time or something like that.
I never heard
yeah,
that.
it didn't pan out. It just kind of
Right.
went away. Netflix kind of took over.
But that was a thing for a second, right? I don't know. I can't remember it, but I don't know who was doing it. Maybe Blockbuster. Well, it had to be Blockbuster. Maybe
I don't
right?
think so. I think it was after that.
It was after that,
I'm
It was-
almost sure it was a time around the mail stuff, like when you mailed it in.
right? And I
Like
guess
the
pain in
red
the
box
ass is-
type thing.
Yeah,
Something
probably
like that,
something like
yeah.
that.
But the early Netflix stuff where you would they
Mail
would
it,
you
yeah.
the actual DVD.
I guess they
disc.
figured instead of people, forgetting, bringing shit back, and shit getting damaged, it was probably easier, or maybe not easier, but you make this thing after so many plays, it disappears. I don't know how that works, but that's pretty wild. But Mike, you do remember that?
Yeah, I do. Or at least I remember they were in talks about it. I don't know. I don't think it panned out well.
No, I don't remember.
I think there was something where, you would get your 2 VCRs and hook them up so you could dub copies. But I remember there was some VHS tapes where you couldn't do that. It
Yeah,
had like
oh,
a
yeah,
blocker
definitely.
on it or
Definitely,
something.
definitely.
Yeah, because it would come back and it would be all like scrambled.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Speaking, you mentioned Asylum, which is something you don't see much footage of, and I was pretty happy to see this Asylum. Where was this from, Ahmed? Do you remember?
This is Nashville.
That's a Nashville show. Okay.
Yeah, but I heard that well, from what I read is that all this footage, this Asylum footage, was actually shot by like a news station or something,
okay.
or a local promoter for advertising or something like that. So there's actually no audio on this, and the audio that was used on this was taken from a show the previous night.
And
I
they
don't know if that's
spliced it
true or
together?
not. They
Yep.
spliced it together, yeah. But
Wow.
this one, it's like clips of every song except "Lick It Up," I think. But it's not, because it's only like 48 or 46 minutes long.
Yeah, it's
but
short.
it's pretty much like the bulk of every song.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah,
mean,
I
it's-
don't
all
think
we
they
have.
Yeah, this is my favorite one so far.
they really didn't play. That wasn't really a long show, if I can remember. I don't think that was a long show either.
This is probably an hour and 20 minutes.
About 90 minutes.
90
Yeah.
minutes. Maybe not. But it wasn't like the massive show. I think Crazy Nights and Asylum, I don't think they played that as long as they did.
This stage was pretty cool. I thought there was like 2 sets of stairs, which
That were
Early-
dangerous. The lightning bolt stage.
They were nice.
yeah, they look kind of like lightning bolts. These stairs that they have, and supposedly that the band was too scared to go on them, so they removed them after like a
They
couple
fall
shows.
on them. There's actually a video of Eric Carr tripping up
Oh, shit.
as he's going up trying to get
Well,
up to the top.
Yeah, well, they got rid of them, but this is one of the first shows on the tour, and they show it, and the sign. This is like the biggest. Didn't they use the same Kiss logo
For Crazy Nights.
for Crazy Nights? It's like
That was
20
the huge logo, right?
dude. This is
Yeah.
enormous, man. It's like
Yeah.
got to be like 25 feet.
I remember that was the big deal. Was
High.
the big logo.
During
then-
Asylum, they had like 4 or 5 different stages that they ended up using.
Yeah,
Oh, wow, I
probably.
didn't know
They said they were trying to cut costs, but on this show, they showed a crowd a lot, man, and the arena looks jam packed. I mean, it
Mhm.
looks almost sold out to me. I mean, and the Florida stage, they even show that too, which is cool. It's like the album cover.
Which they got rid of after a while because it
Yeah.
was too slippery.
Right.
That's crazy. Yep. I thought the tour was great. The outfits not so much.
Yeah, they look
The outfits were the
ridiculous.
Yeah,
worst.
I don't everybody says that. I don't really
Ooh.
care. It was just like a sign of the times. You go look at anybody
was.
around 86,
They were
everybody
wearing that.
looked like that. The
Yeah.
only one that side eye is Gene. Like,
Side eye.
Yeah, dude, he just looked, and he
all
wore that
pulled it
shit.
off.
Dude, he wore that shit the entire night too.
Yeah.
You think he would have take off the red blouse or something? Dude, he was wearing that shit on.
Listen, the only time besides the makeup era, the only time that Gene looked super cool was the Revenge era.
you got to play some of this
Yeah.
footage so Mike could see how ridiculous they look.
Oh, he's gonna love this. Okay,
He
look
has
at
no
this.
idea.
Oh,
No idea.
He might, but I
Yo,
think
get ready. You're getting ready to see B. Arthur on bass.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's.
the footage is really good though, and
Yeah, I'm glad this fine. If we can get a lick it up one like this, I'll be happy.
Dude, you don't
Yeah,
see many
dude.
lick it ups at all.
yeah, that's another rare one.
Let's see if I can find some Gene.
Dude, if you go into like around minute 16, you'll see a bunch. It's like all on Gene and it's closed up.
It disappeared on my end. I don't see.
I
it.
didn't share it yet.
Oh, okay.
Actually, if go in like around 17, somewhere around there, you'll
There you
see.
go.
Yeah, it looks ridiculous.
And it's cool because this is the first tour where Eric Carr used those electronic drums.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah, like
So-
that whole solo.
All right, so I'm gonna see if we get a little piece of this. So rough, the robe.
Wow. You're not ready for Oscar.
Are you right? It looks like Oscar from wrestling. Yeah. Oh yeah, look at Gene.
Gene used to say that he looked like Phyllis Diller.
Yeah. You know what's funny? When he did that movie with John Stamos,
Oh man.
outfit he was
Oh man.
Which movie was that?
Is that Too Young to Die or
Never
Young to
say.
Die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Oh, it was pretty bad. He played like a transvestite, something like that.
Yo, look up Lynda Carter's 1979 TV show.
Oh, where she comes down to When I Was Made for Loving You.
She's wearing the same thing.
Oh yeah,
that
right.
Gene was wearing. That outfit she's wearing is the one that Gene was wearing in that movie.
Right.
Let me see if I can find it.
I wonder what the story is with that. That had to be on purpose.
It was weird the first time I seen that. I'm like, because I probably seen it when I was a kid, but I don't really remember.
I couldn't defend him then
too much
because
about
everybody's like, "Yo, what's up with your boy?" And I
don't know.
I had nothing on that one.
This is crazy. Mike, you remember this?
No.
I do.
What was it, like a variety show she had or something?
Yeah, I actually remember watching this.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
This is 1979. I was 5 years old. It's crazy that I remember that.
Well, she was huge. She was Wonder Woman, right? So she was huge.
Yeah.
She cannot sing.
No.
She's not a bad voice
too. Yeah, right.
And she probably wasn't even on drugs.
When's
I
the
don't
kiss
think
thing?
she was.
I thought the kiss thing happened already.
Well,
No?
they're
I'm
getting ready to
upset.
come up here in a minute.
Here we go.
Get a reaction from Mike.
Yeah, here we go.
Never seen
Reaction
this.
video.
Reaction video from Mike.
That outfit.
That's the outfit. That's her, right? Still, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't look bad on her.
No, it looks good. Yeah, exactly. Oh,
Wow.
wow.
That's
Look at the hair. Weren't they in Phantom in the Park?
Yeah.
wow, man.
Oh, this is like Vegas.
Yeah, right.
See, and that this doesn't
They-
help Dynasty
They
at all.
look like they're ready to go on that Mummers parade with those plumes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great. Like, you can't be Kiss and be happy with this. You know, you're like, what the freak?
This is gold.
This
And
is,
Gene's probably like, wow.
yeah, this is
I remember being 5 and like, is that them? That can't be. They would never. Do that.
same thing though. The footage
That-
is amazing.
It is
I'm
good,
gonna I'm gonna take a stab at this and say that that's not the real Kiss.
No.
Yeah.
That's not the real Kiss, right?
No. I mean,
No.
I got it after a while. As soon as they would do the close-ups, I'm like, there's no way that.
As soon as you seen the hair, yeah.
Okay, because I'm like those guys. Look, I can't picture them dancing like that. No.
Paul could probably do it, but I don't think with the other guys.
Are you kidding?
You had me for a
You'd be
second,
tripping
though,
all
on
over the
that.
place.
And then I'm like, there's no way that's them.
That's fucking funny, dude. Yo, yeah, I forgot about the when they came out.
Yeah.
Well, Mike,
Yeah.
here you go. What's your reaction?
Wait. But pull up the Gene, the Never Say Goodbye or whatever. The clip of
Never-
him wearing that outfit.
What is it? Too Young to Die?
Too Young to Die, something like that. That outfit that Lynda Carter just had on.
It's the same one.
Yep,
Yeah.
you're about to see.
It's
Gene
really
wear
the
that.
same one.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh man, I forgot about this.
Yeah. Holy shit. Ugh.
This is gold.
Can't defend him. Not on that one.
What was his name? Velvet something?
Yeah, somebody. I try to put that out of my head. Like, you know, I don't want to remember that one. That was definitely a yeah.
Can we see it, guys?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
takes a man like me to be a woman like me.
So
I mean, I'm glad he's got his nipples covered.
Yeah.
This is tough, man. This is real tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
meanwhile, Paul is just like, you decided to do that instead of bringing me quality songs for Asylum or Crazy Nights.
Yeah, right.
That's what you decided to do.
Look at Mike's reaction.
I could picture Paul doing it. Not Gene. That was Gene, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
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 Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
And they weren't into drugs too much either.
No.
Yeah,
I don't.
Stone Cold sober, man.
Yeah.
That makes it even worse.
Mhm.
Like at least you're like, man, cocaine was great. They can't do that.
No. Damo, what you got next?
Next, we have
First night Cobo Hall.
the 12th video released, which was on the 10th earlier this week. Cobo Hall Night 1, January 25th, 76. This one has the Encores, and it's is when they're given their platinum records for Alive too, which is pretty cool. Which I've
They
seen
actually show that?
footage.
I didn't see that.
They
They actually
do,
show
yeah.
that? Okay,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
That clip is actually on one of the home videos when they get the plaques, not the actual show, but when they get the plaques.
Well, this is just the Encores, this show right here that on YouTube. 27 minutes is the night 1 Cobo Hall, just the Encores.
Crazy. I can't believe this guy's got all this stuff. Kiss Unmasked, which I would love to see.
That came out today. Yeah.
I would love to see. Like, did they have any footage with Eric Carr with the initial makeup? Did he ever play a show with that first makeup?
No,
He did,
no.
didn't he? No, I seen pictures.
The Palladium show is the only show that he did in that makeup, which is what this clip is from. But
you can't see him.
Yeah.
You can't.
Hopefully that comes out. If that comes out,
Yeah.
Yeah, he had that.
I would love to see
What
that.
did he have? Like the Hulk makeup?
Yeah,
no,
but
it
never
was like
used
this weird mix of Paul's
Bandit.
yeah, or the one that kind of looked like the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like the Ultimate Warrior and that fox one like put together. That's what it kind of looked like.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always see like pictures far away.
I think it's kind of a myth. I mean, he's they've always told the story that he looked like Birdman or something. The day of the show. I find that a little hard to believe that it was like so quick that he changed it that day, but maybe it is true. I don't know.
If you look up the promo clip, the 1980 promo clip for the Unmasked album, it shows I Was Made for Loving You and Sure Knows Something. They show little clips of him in that makeup while he's playing the drums. And those clips are actually from that Palladium show.
Okay. So they have to have footage then.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the next thing that he posted was and I thought this was kind of cool, was the Shandy video.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Yeah.
That's
actually cool. That's probably my favorite Kiss video, I think.
It's different. It's like a concept video. They really didn't have
video.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't really have stuff like that. It's basically some girl. She's like, kind of spying. Yeah, trying to get a glimpse of their, them without the makeup.
And Peter knew he was gone at that point, right?
That was his last day in the group. I think right then and there, they actually should have taken the makeup off during Unmasked. They would have done it then. It would have seemed like something that they wanted to do instead of something that they had to do. Right. And then who knows, maybe we would have all been like looking at the elder, different because, well, they took the makeup off. So maybe all of a sudden, if that expression people listen with their eyes is, the case, maybe they would have, or I like the elder anyway, but just probably, I just think it would have been different if it would have been perceived as an album, the first actual album without makeup.
Right.
Could have been different.
Yeah. Because when they took it off, it was odd the way it kind of fell,
It's because they had to.
Yeah,
They weren't selling albums. They weren't selling out venues. Like it was the last, ditched effort.
Right. Because you figure the common sense thing would have been, we're calling it unmasked, the unmask, right? I guess
Yeah,
that was
right.
too.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
reveal would have actually been at the end of that video instead of turning around in makeup. That would have been it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Though I thought that was pretty cool.
That
Thing
they-
at the end.
that-
Yeah, you
Psych.
got fooled. It's like I fooled you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they're wearing like street clothes, and then they
Mm.
turn around. It's like them in the makeup.
Psych.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
so this video is outtakes from that, and it kind of shows them putting their street clothes on. It's basically all that stuff over and over and over again for like 20 minutes.
Yep. So next thing is that, which this is great, that their Kiss Rare Unearthed 1992 Pro Shot Great Tour.
Yeah,
Great
this is a
tour.
week after I saw them for the first time at the Spectrum, October 10th, 92. This one here.
I
is
was
from
there.
October.
Yeah, me too.
I
I was
actually
there.
have that bootleg.
Me
Oh,
too.
nice.
That was the second bootleg I
Nice.
ever bought, and I'm pretty sure mine has got to be first generation. It's still amazing quality, and it's on YouTube too. The one, the Spectrum, and really good quality. But you can't
Dude,
see Eric Singer throughout.
I wonder if it's the one. If it's the one that I know, I know who did it. I know who got a copy of it. It might be. You might see me in the crowd where they zoom in on me because it was somebody.
Oh, really? It's the only one from the Spectrum, so it's got to be the one.
Yeah. So I wonder if it's that one. It's fucking funny. You got
But
to
this
look. I
Largo
gotta look
show
for
is
it
from the
now.
week after. It's from the 18th.
So this was a
of
week
October.
after.
And dude, I only saw a couple minutes of it. I because it came out today.
Yeah.
It looks
It looks great.
amazing.
It's
better
not
than
the whole
Alive.
show though.
Nah, no encores, but it's better than the Alive 3 stuff. I think
Mhm.
that came out way better.
Yeah, last one that was posted a little while ago, Kiss Detroit 74, and that looked pretty damn good too.
Yeah, I only saw like a couple minutes of that. I'm gonna watch that later.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
pretty
watch
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
But it looks great. I mean, all in all, guys, the footage is unbelievable. I don't know how long it's going to last. I don't know. And, as a Kiss fan, I don't care what's going on with it. It's nice to see.
Yeah.
It's none of my business, But, yeah, I don't know. What are you looking forward to as far as, like, what are we waiting for? I'm waiting for, I want to see Eric Carr in the different makeup and an Elder. Some kind of Elder live thing, if there exists.
It's not. We have all that. I
That's
honestly
all
don't
out.
think there's anything from the Elder that's going to come out.
Right. Just that bullshit, like the solid gold stuff and all that
Yeah,
stuff, and
that's
the
all
eye
out,
video,
man.
which came out, somebody pushed a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
right?
which is well, that's the thing, that this guy Kurt Gooch had the eye video, and he was trying to sell for like, I don't know how much, $150,000 or something, and the video is total shit. I mean, it's just
it's not even a good video. It's kind of
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah, remember those Elite Works things where you would see clips for like, they would show up on YouTube. It was like a minute of like a clip of like some rare Kiss video. That was this guy Kurt Gooch, I think. I don't know if you remember that. Do you
I
guys
don't
remember that
remember it,
stuff?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The three things that I hope come out are, one, that Palladium show. I'd like to see a full version of that. A good Pro Shot Lick It Up, and the
I never seen any
unreleased-
Lick It Up stuff besides
Yeah,
like a
that-
2-minute
that's a-
clip from Quebec. I think that's the
Yeah.
only thing I've seen.
Yeah, and the unreleased Thrills in the Night video. I've seen
Oh, yeah.
pictures of it.
I would love to see
Never
I don't know if
that.
they
actually
finished
seen
it.
the video. No, it's done. They just for some reason didn't release it.
Yeah, I wonder
I
why.
wonder why. Yeah, I wonder why.
Yeah, the one they put out is just basically the animal.
The live, yeah, the animal
uncensored
live.
clip.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
I'd like to see something from Creatures in the Night if something exists. I mean, the Rio footage is cool, but even that's incomplete, right? That's not even the full show.
I never
Yeah.
seen the full Rio show.
Yeah.
Creatures That yeah, that's probably great. You always see I Love It Loud from there, and
Yeah, so like a full show from that tour would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple bootleg things, but nothing really Pro Shot. So, yeah,
there's
that would be
something from
cool.
Quebec, I think.
Yeah,
that tour,
and there's
but-
some
yeah,
news
that's
broadcast
like
stuff.
total bootleg look in the Quebec stuff.
yeah.
But you don't really see much of the Lick It Up tours. You said it's rare. Like you don't
Mhm.
really see anything. I guess they weren't like selling out at the time, probably.
Well, they're on their
Yeah.
way back up.
Right. So they were building back. Yeah.
yeah, you would
like
think, but they were
rebuilding
only
stage.
doing theaters. I think like when that tour came through Philly, they were at the Tower Theater for that.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's crazy. Do you guys want to add anything else before we wrap up? Anything important? Anything?
Nah, I mean,
else?
I don't know how much stuff this guy has, how much, how much more we're going to be seeing. I mean, dude, it's already like 16 videos, I think.
Well,
Yeah.
I was listening to Three Sides today, and that dude Mark Cicchini was saying that there's a whole lot more.
Wow.
So unless Gene and Paul get wind of this and shut it down, there's going to be more videos coming out. And I, up until this stuff came out today, I'm like, okay, well, that's it. That was a nice little run. Not
Yeah.
gonna get any more. And then that Shandy thing popped up, and the 92 Largo popped up, and later on that 74 Detroit popped up. I'm like,
Yeah. I think you're going to start seeing the unplugged stuff. You're going to see more of that, probably the reunion stuff. You'll see even more if they're whatever.
I'm
Yeah.
kind
That
of
stuff you've seen already, you know.
I'm burnt on all that.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
so
I
much
want-
of that stuff out.
I want like 92 back,
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
like
Yeah.
like another Crazy Nights from someplace else would be cool.
Right.
Out in the shade stuff.
Or another something else from Dynasty.
Yeah. Because I only know the one show from Dynasty.
Yeah, and that's
Mhm.
early
Yeah,
on in the
Argos.
tour. They changed the set list later on.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
Well, didn't they have before we wrap up? I do got a question for you. Didn't they have that elaborate thing for Dynasty with the lasers and shit? And they shut that
they
down.
canned
after,
it
right?
before the first show.
Okay, so they
It was
canned
too
it before.
dangerous.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's crazy, man. All right, guys. So waiting to see what comes up next with all this crazy Kiss stuff, and yeah, we figured we'd do a quick show on it just because it's pretty hot right now. So mixtapes and tasty cakes. See you next week.